Recorded Books presents an unabridged recording of Cahokia, Ancient America's Great City on the Mississippi by Timothy R. Pauketat, narrated by George K. Wilson and directed by Abigail McHugh.
Chapter 1. The Mother of Native North America. In the early hours before sunrise for part of each year, the planet Venus shines as a morning star. Slowly it disappears as the rising sun turns darkness to sky blue. To the ancient Maya and others, this morning star was a god, the sun carrier, created to transport the sun into the world of people. In ancient North America, it was viewed as a masculine deity who, at a key moment in history, assumed human form. When seen later in the year as the evening star, Venus was considered a feminine god. She appeared then with the setting sun, a harbinger of the night and the netherworld beyond the horizon. Sometimes seen as a creator goddess, she also took human form and, in the flesh, made history. 1,000 years ago, the morning and evening stars were central players in an American Indian drama. Characters at once mythic, sky gods with supernatural powers, and human, driven by violence, politics, and religion. And this drama was at the heart of a place we now call Cahokia, ancient America's one true city north of Mexico, large as in its day as London, and the political capital of a most unusual Indian nation. At that time, all the stars and planets in the northern hemisphere's night sky were visible above Cahokia, situated in a broad expanse of Mississippi River bottomland just east of what is now St. Louis, Missouri. Cahokia's people looked to the morning and evening stars for guidance, and, inspired by ideas from Mesoamerica, possibly brought back from Cahokian rulers' travels or priests' vision quests, incorporated them into a religion that would displace traditions across the American Midwest, South, and Plains. Nowadays, one can barely see the stars at night from St. Louis. Tall buildings crowd the sky, and streetlights blot out the stars even as the growth of modern civilization erases the archaeological remains of the ancient North Americans. Still, Cahokia sits silently, awaiting the almost 300,000 visitors who come to the site each year. Taking in its grass-covered mounds, vast open spaces, and large watery borrow pits, they ponder the lives of the original inhabitants of North America's largest pyramidal mound complex, centered by what is, in fact, the third largest pyramid in the entire New World. At one time, there were more than 200 packed earth pyramids or mounds at Cahokia and its suburbs. More than half of these were built in a 5-square-mile zone that was designed with reference to the 4 sacred directions and the upper and lower worlds. The pyramids were arranged around vast open plazas and were surrounded in turn by thousands of pole and thatch houses, temples, and public buildings. At its height, Cahokia had a population in excess of 10,000, with at least 20 or 30,000 more in the outlying towns and farming settlements that ranged for 50 miles in every direction. From the beginnings of the Euro-American city of St. Louis, some of the biggest and most important ancient American monuments were leveled to make way for new developments. 25 mounds were destroyed in St. Louis before the Civil War. 45 more were taken down across the river in East St. Louis shortly thereafter. Scores were lost in Cahokia proper, including the second largest, removed by steam shovel in 1930. In the 1880s, most people knew that the ancient earthen mounds being destroyed were the works of human hands, but surprisingly few suspected they had been built by American Indians. Some believed that a lost race of civilized non-Indian mound builders had constructed.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?